Okay guys, so for today we will be discussing budgeting, and this is one of the essential things that you need to do in order for you to have your money grow. Pag-usapan natin ano bang ibig sabihin ng budgeting. Of course, budgeting means it is the process of making a budget. And what is a budget? A budget, of course, it's a plan. It's a plan expressed in financial terms. So when you create your budget, it contains all your plan on how to use your income in order to cover for your expenses, and if there are any excess, we call that your savings. The question is, do you make your budget?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Dapat you have a background already on how to make your budget. Hindi lang naman to ginagawa sa mga companies, ginagawa din to sa bahay. Of course, you make your personal budget. Doon mo titignan yung mga pumapasok na pera sa'yo, your inflow, and the outflow. Ano bang una nating binabudget, guys? Is it the income, the inflow, or the expenses, or the outflow? The answer would be, it's the income. Kasi, ano ang gagastusin mo para mabayaran mo yung mga expenses mo kung wala namang pumapasok sa'yo? So, that is the first thing that you need to know. You need to budget first your income because it is where you will adjust para alam mo kung ano ba yung mako-cover para sa mga expenses mo. When it comes to budgeting, always remember that this involves different kind of things that we want and we need in life. So, you pay for your rent if you have your rental property. You pay for the amortization of your car or your house if you have your housing loan. You set aside money for your vacation, buy for the essential goods like clothing, foods for your family, for the education of your brothers and sisters or children if you have any, and you also pay for the electricity, water, and internet connection which are part of your utility. Lahat ng yan, iniisip mo kapag nagpa-budget ka. You want to cover as much as possible, of course, first the needs, and you will also cover your wants. So it's a matter of priority when you budget. Tinignan mo din yung mga pasok sources of income mo.
Oh my God!
Do not forget those things because again, why are you working? That's not for you to burden yourself but for you to enjoy your life also. So include that in your budget. Now, how to make your personal budget? Sa mga hindi pa po marunong gumawa ng kanilang mga budget, ito po yung mga steps natin. Step number 1, gather all financial statements. Pag po sinabing financial statements, parang nakaka-intimidate po lalo na kung wala kang accounting background. But then again, when we say gather all financial statements, lahat ng mga documents na gamit mo, for example, your billing statements sa mga loans, i-gather mo lahat yan because these are all included. Kailangan mong malaman kung saan ba napupunta yung pera mo. All should be gathered. Wala ka dapat i-exempt dyan. Tignan mo lahat ng mga pumapasok. Tignan mo din lahat ng mga lumalabas sa'yo. So, gather all information that are related in making your budget. Step number 2, add up all your income. So, when it comes to sources of income, it is not only from your work, from your professional income. Meron kang mga sideline na mga businesses. For example, you sell online. Nauso ngayon yan, no? Because of the quarantine period, you also include that one in determining your total income. Add all things that are part of the inflow. Step number 3, list your monthly expenses and classify it according to fixed and variable. Now, what's the difference between fixed and variable? When we say fixed, these are the expenses that you incur every month that do not change in amount. So we can say that these are constants. These are not fluctuating. So it remains the same in every month. Example of this one will be your rent, your amortization of your house or your car. On the other hand, when we say variable expenses, these are the expenses that you incur every month that changes depending on how you consume or use it. For example, electricity, lalo na kung gumagamit ka ng aircon, no? So ina-account mo yan. Water is also part of your variable expenses. Your food, of course, when it comes to food, depende yan sa mga binibili mong grocery items per month. Number 4, subtract your expenses from your total income. So, after you have determined all of your income and determined all of your expenses, get their difference. Doon mo makikita kung may natitira pa ba sa'yo or wala, or nagiging negative ba yung balance mo. So, step number 4 will determine your reality. if you are meeting your needs and wants, or you are below of the things that you need to cover for yourself. Then step number 5, review and adjust expenses and income accordingly. For example, you discover that you have excess. What are you going to do with the excess? Uubusin mo ba? Right? Number 2, paano kung sakto lang, no? Expenses equal to income. Masaya ka na ba nun kung nagbe-break even ka lang? And number 3, kung nagne-negative ka, mas malaki yung expenses mo sa income, what are you going to do? May dalawang solusyon doon kapag mas malaki yung expenses mo sa income. Number 1, maghanap ka ng ibang sources of income if kakayanin. If hindi naman kakayanin yun, the second option would be bawasan mo yung expenses mo. So, alisin mo yung mga wants mo. Mag-focus ka dun sa needs mo. Because remember, it is your priority to cover first your needs over your wants. So again, these are the 5 steps in how to create your personal budget. Ano ba yung rule natin when it comes to budgeting? No? This is a suggestive principle. Hindi naman po siya mandatory na gawin ninyo, but expert says that if you want to have sound budgeting technique, then you use the 50-30-20 rule. You set aside 50% of your total income for your needs, which includes your groceries, housing, utilities, health insurance, car payment. Then set aside 30% to your wants, which includes your shopping, your dining out, and hobbies. And lastly, you put 20% of your income earnings into savings. So when you save, you can put it into your bank account. You can invest it to the stock market, to bonds, etc., etc. So do not forget to save at least 20% of your total income in order for you to put money for your future. Because remember, you are working today in order for you to be able to have a convenient life later on. Now, one of the things that we need to realize is the paradox of life. We have 3 important things in life. We have time, money, and energy. When we are still young, we have a lot of time. We also have a lot of energy, but we do not have money. We only ask money from our parents.
Mom! Mommy! Mama! Mama!
On the next phase of our life, when we are already working, we have a lot of energy because we are at the peak of our years. We also have a lot of money because you're now already earning. But then again, we do not have time to mingle with them. Mababawasan na yung oras mo sa sa mga friends mo. Bawas oras na kasi madalas may mga tinatapos kang trabaho. You have to meet deadlines. You need to make overtime. And sometimes your weekends are being sacrificed.
Mommy, what do you mean?
Gotta go to work early.
We are already in your golden years, no? In your senior years, 65 plus upon retirement age. You have a lot of time. You have a lot of money because you have already saved for your future. You have your pension. But then again, you do not have energy. So, hindi mo na magagawa yung mga gusto mong gawin, yung mga hobbies mo, no? Kung gusto mo mag-basketball, hindi mo na kayang gawin yun. Kasi nga, you are already in your retirement age.
Energy gap.
So again, hindi mo makukuha lahat na yung time, energy, and money all at the same time will be good for you. So you need to balance your important things in life. And among these 3, time, energy, and money, the most important is, of course, time. Because yung oras na nawala na, hindi mo na may babalik pa. So while you still have a lot of time, use it to your advantage. Because remember, time is your friend. Do not forget to teach others and teach yourself that sometimes you have to wait to get what you want. So do not splurge. Do not be a man of the moment. Yung parang happy-go-lucky ka. Lahat ng mga kinikita mo, dahil malaki yung pera mo, uubusin mo lahat yan sa mga gusto mong bilhin or gusto mong gawin for this moment. Do not do that because remember, if you want something that is very important, you must learn how to wait. You must delay your gratification because remember, this will contribute to you. Your discipline.
Yes, it is. You're right.
And lastly, I will leave a quotation to you para mas magets po ninyo ang budgeting. And it goes like this. A budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. So I hope you learned something for today with regards to budgeting. And if hindi pa po kayo nakasubscribe dyan, do not forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel, Patrick Cura, and click the bell notification button. Today,